All right, my munchers. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I'm Sleepy Spooky. Nice to meet you guys. And today we are going to dive right back in with my hot takes on gaming in 2025. So grab your snacks because some of y'all might unsubscribe after this one or get me canceled. So let's go. Okay, hot take number one: The Last of Us Part 2 is overrated. Okay, let's get into the biggest one out of the way first. The Last of Us Part 2 is a great game. Don't get me wrong, the graphics is amazing, the acting is insane, and the story is just brutal. But is it this greatest story driven game of all time, like people keep insisting? Absolutely not. Here's the thing. Yes, Naughty Dog delivers a cinematic masterpiece, but what makes the story games magical is player agency. In Life is Strange, your decisions to save Chloe or save Arcadia Bay changes the whole thing. In Until Dawn, a quick time event can wipe out your favorite character. And The Last of Us Part 2, you're on a fixed track. You're not really making choices, you're just along for the ride. And that what makes it more an interactive movie than a true story-based game. And listen, I know some people love a revenge story, but for me it drags way too long. At a certain point, it feels like the trauma on trauma is for the sake of the shock value, instead of giving me space to breathe and reflect. The Walking Dead season 1 made me cry like a baby in 4 episodes. But The Last of Us Part 2 made me tired and yet boring. There's a difference. So yeah, amazing game, but not the GOAT. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, the next one is gonna hurt me a little bit and it's like kind of personal, but multiplayer is a strangling creativity. The next one is gonna hurt. Multiplayer is a strangling creativity in gaming. Every big studio is obsessed with the live service, battle passes, and seasons. And look, I get it, money. Fortnite changed the industry forever, and now everyone wants that endless cash drip. But at what cost? Remember the games finished shipped when you didn't have to wait season 2 to get the actual ending. Now it feels like every single studio is chasing for that next forever game. Ubisoft, Square Enix, even freaking Warner Brothers. Everyone is trying to sell me skins before they sell me a good story. And here's the thing: multiplayer isn't inherently bad. I love a good co op night with friends, but when every single developer is trying to copy Fortnite's model, they lose variety. They lose that mid budget, experimental games that used to hit hard. Think of Alan Wake, Heavy Rain, Oxenfree, games that weren't perfect but at least swung for the fences. If I see one more trailer that ends with the words Battle Pass included, I'm uninstalling life. Give me more weird endies. Give me games that made me cry at 3 a.m. Not another round of who has the best skin in the lobby. All right, this one will actually get me canceled. Until Dawn is better than The Quarry. All right, let's talk about supermassive games. I'm just gonna say it right on the bat. Until Dawn is still better than The Quarry. And it's not even close. Don't get me wrong, The Quarry is fun. It looks gorgeous. The cast is stacked. And the campy slasher vibe is a chef's kiss. But Until Dawn is a lightning in a bottle. The game hit different. The atmosphere was terrifying. The choices felt heavy. And the butterfly effect system iconic. Everyone who played that game had a different ending, a different story, and they all compared notes with their friends like war stories. Meanwhile, the Quarry, it felt safer. Like it leaned into a B movie class or trope. It didn't take the same risks. The pacing dragged, and sometimes it felt more watching a cutscene marathon than actually playing. Until Dawn kept you on edge the entire time. It pushed hesitation. It pushed bad choices. It wanted you to sweat. And don't get me started on the character likability. Until Dawn gave us Sam, Josh, Mike, Emily, and Jess. Love them or hate them, they are memorable. The Quarry had some standouts, but I honestly can't remember half their names. And I finished it. That's telling. All right, this is the last hot take. But indies are carrying story games. Not for a positive one, because y'all know I'm not all doom and gloom or emo. Rock on. Indies are carrying the feature of story based games. And I will die on this hill. Look at Disco Elysium, the game with no AAA budget, no Hollywood actors, no massive studio, and it tells one of the most nuanced, political, deeply human stories ever written in gaming. Or in the Woods. That's literally a story about a college dropout cat going home to her spooky little town. It had more emotional depth, than half of the blockbusters I played this year. Indies aren't afraid to experiment. They give you a flawed, messy characters. They give you endings that don't tie everything up in a neat bow. Let you sit in discomfort. Meanwhile, AAA games are terrified of alienating audiences. So they stand off the edges until everything feels safe and predictable. So yeah, AAA might have the graphics, but but indie but indies have the soul. If the story-based games are going to survive in the next decade, it's because indie devs are brave enough to keep making them, Whew, all right, munchers. That's enough cozy chaos in one video. Those are my spiciest hot takes. But now I want yours. Drop your wildest gaming hot takes in the comments and tell me what story based game you think is overrated or which one deserves more love. I want the drama. And as always, video's over. Go touch some grass or drink water or take a shower or wash your hands or do something fun and productive after you hit subscribe. Sleepy Spooky is finally out. Bye.